Troopers and
Sorry.
grinders, and welcome to Upset City 2 Electric Boogaloo, where we have all the underdogs winning for the entirety of the card, except the one that we want, Robert the Reaper Whitaker. Um, First it was Dustin, then it was Bobby Knuckles. All of our legends are dying, and yeah, we're not eating. We're not eating good. Well, Vinny's eating good. I don't know about the rest of us, but say, look at him. Look at that boy right there.
You can call me Slob. You can call me Slob Whitaker.
Lob Whitaker, that's right. You know, if Vinny's
Slob.
had wheels, he'd be a moped. So we are going to be talking about some of the results of the card. We're mostly going to be discussing Rainier DeRitter versus Whitaker, since that's what we argued about for almost the entirety of the last week. So it'll make for some good material, but we have to break
Sorry,
down the rest of
bro.
the card to eat some time.
I'm glad that you're
No,
cool
no,
about
I'm
it though.
completely
That's
fine. Yeah,
fucking awesome.
I'm
You've
yeah,
been a champ
exactly.
about it.
Well, I mean, there's a subject that we talked about that was way, way more extensive than RDR versus Whitaker, but we can save that for another stream, Breber. Yee. It's the one that'll.
In the
It's,
promised land.
I'll do that
We're in the
one when
promised land.
I'll do
Follow the
that one when I'm at
commandments.
like 100,000 subscribers. So that when YouTube takes the channel down, um, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah,
it at the
exactly.
ready. At the quick draw.
Okay, what cash do you want, Babula? I've got the what's the currency in Israel? Damn it!
uh, Jewish
I
candy.
have I
I don't
have
have
some
any
Jewish
candy.
sweets, Babula. Now make sure to save some for your cousin. He needs to grow big and strong. Oh, actually, candy's bad for my
Yeah,
teeth,
that's a
and
Jewish
they get
candy.
real soft, and sometimes they fall out of the gums, cousin. And I just had to have 4 of my teeth replaced just the other month.
Oh, he's perfect. Get your nephew Coil and go have him rule the world. Have him blackmail all the politicians with pedophilia.
I mean,
Coil.
if you're gonna trade me off to Zimbabwe, you got to shoot high with these things, not low, Kyle. You got to set it at a high price and then lower it later.
Why are you running?
Why are you?
She's not dead. Bring her here.
Why are you gay? You are gay. I always like
Gay
Lloyd. I
rights
always like
activist
Lloyd.
Julia.
Always the best of them, Lloyd. You fill her up by
Whoa,
knock
my
him down.
screen's dark.
Gone fuzzy, man.
Fuck, dude. I just missed that because my screen went dark. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, word, Hank. Like, I'm walking down Los Angeles. Like, word, dude. I'm going to Joe's in West Hollywood, and I'm getting myself some pizzas. Like, I'm going on a walk and talk for real. Like, I'm part of the West Wing, dude.
A walk
But
and
anyway,
talk.
yeah, exactly. Walk with me. Walk.
With Julian Owl, it's a squawk and talk.
Yeah, the squawk and talk.
Yo, Mailson, like, that's pretty funny, dude.
Here we have a young Giuliano popping his head out from a manhole cover and letting out a large squawk.
Woo! Yeah! I just caught that. Woo! That's what he does. And he celebrates. But let's discuss it, man. Let's discuss Rainier DeRitter versus Robert Whitaker. Did you see the entirety of the fight, or because some people I have talked to about it were like, oh, I was eating stuff, I was going to use the bathroom, I missed this round or that round, like a bunch of casuals. I watched every single round, front to back, 25 minutes.
I'll be real, bro. I watched like 2 minutes of the fight, dude.
Well, we will have a lot to discuss on this stream, man. Just extensive analytical breakdown.
I just saw that Whitaker was like, I was watching the second round. I was like, all right, Whitaker's fucked. He's going real slow. He's labored movements. He's having heavy breathing. Like, he is real fucked up, dude. And then I was just watching your reaction because I was just watching your fight companion,
Mm-hmm. Right.
instead of the actual fight.
I see.
I want to see your impressions and shit instead.
Yeah, because I was
But
more
right,
investing it. And
your
speaking of which,
commentary.
we had a specific impression that we were thinking of when discussing this fight. Do you know what that was, Vinny?
No.
It was old Alexander Volkanovski. Hey, watching my pal Robert Whitaker down some wings. Have a nice steak. You got to make sure to put a bit of butter on that. And make sure it sizzles, gets enough oil, lubrication, and then
Uh,
a
a
bit of
bottle
butter,
of water.
a bit of bottle of water, and you
A
put it on
bo-
the put it on the butter, and then you mix it around in the meat. And next thing you know, you got a great burger. But we got Alexander Volkanovski
oh shit.
watching the Whitaker fight and consoling himself. Okay, first you got to have the oh man, yeah, man, Robert Whitaker's doing. Oh, he's not doing so great. Then he like turns to the right, and he's just like, "Oh shit, I missed it, man! I missed Robert Whitaker dropping right in your division. When did that happen? When did that happen? That's crazy, man. I'm doing my head in,
It's doing me
dude. I
head in.
missed it. I missed it." And then,
Dude.
oh Rob, oh, he's putting it on him. He's putting it on Rainier in that 5th round. I don't care about those knees to the body. Islam Makhachev did that to me a few times, mate. I just ate him. I just ate him like a burger. I just ate it like a Philly cheesesteak. Now, first thing you got to do with the cheesesteak is you got to cut it in half. You got to cut the slices in half. Then you got to go out into your backyard and you got to shoot a deer. And once you shoot the deer, you got to put the, the meat on the grill on the barbie, and then you got to
Look at the size of the fella, Robert Whitaker. You kill the animal.
Man, just look at the size of that fella. Now this is dangerous. Gotta make sure to treat the crocodile as if it's one of your own. You gotta draw him into the trip, and the next thing you know, you gotta tussle with him. You gotta do a little bit of mud wrestling. Yee! Oh man, this is far out stingray, dude.
rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
Oh, Crocky.
Crikey,
Yeah.
Alexander
fucking wild.
Volkanovski just got knocked out cold by Ilya Taporia. Look at the size of that creature.
Oh, I reckon.
Now he may be a midget, but he packs a mean punch.
He's going up to like shit that could kill him. What's going on, cousin? Boop, boop, giving it a boop on the snoot and shit, dude. He's fucking. You deserve, like, if you're tempting fate like that, dude, whatever happens, happens. You can't even be
He's
mad.
a wily little guy, that Stingray. He's got quite the chomper on him. I don't even know if he has a tail or something. I'm gonna go and hang out and maybe play some cards with him.
But
Dude,
Alexander.
do you think,
What?
so do you think Volkanovski, do you think he's going to try to help Robert Whitaker get back into the win
Yeah, I'm
column?
gonna give you a good win. I'm gonna take you over to Craig Jones. He's gonna do a great job.
Oh, where's my beer? Oh god, where's the bar? Is this the bar? Oh shit, it's an MMA gym. All right, I'm gonna help you out, Robert. Okay. First thing you gotta do to stuff the takedowns is just kick the guy in the balls. All right, Robert. And the next thing you gotta do, I don't like the combination little head kick. I don't like any of that. What I want you to do is just go for a heel hook. All right, Robert. You got that?
Oh yeah, of course. Craig Jones. I'm always a learner. I'm always educating myself. If I had wheels, I'd be a bike. And I hate that I'm a Kiwi. I hate that I'm from New Zealand. So Aussie, oi, oi, oi. I'm a racist, and I don't like my heritage. And when I was on the Ultimate Fighter, I pretended I was an Aussie. And yeah. Hank the Tank, how's it going, student of knowledge, the legendary Hamoud of the great Hamoud Discord server? Are links open for the stream, Hank? They are if you want to hop in. Hold on, I'll try to send you it directly. I don't need a certain 19-year-old punk getting in here. So I'll send it your way. But yeah.
You talking about bloat?
Yeah, bloat chill.
Bloat.
Yeah, exactly. No steel will. No skill. But yeah,
No
I think
skill.
going through the fight, like you saw my reactions. Round one, I had it pretty clear for Robert, just because he was just picking at RDR on the back foot, stinging him up, finding his range. He was faster at the start of the fight than Rainier de Ritter, but Rainier has a habit of just outlasting and just toughing through everything and just keeps on walking forward. So Kept doing that. He got
He's
cracked on
so
the
cool.
chin. Very tough. But he did get clipped while he was on the back foot a few times by Robert in the first round. Second time, Rainier DeRitter learns to work more on the front foot. He's pressuring Robert Whitaker, pushing him against the cage, starting to make him uncomfortable. He's starting to implement those knees to the body. Um, and at some point, he just drops Robert Whitaker with a body shot. I don't even know if he dropped him. It was just like he hit him with the big knee, and then Rob just sort of let Whitaker, RDR take him down very easily. Like he was not resisting it at all because I think he was just hurt to the body. But the thing is, dude, people forget, man. He couldn't submit Bo Nickel while he was on top, and Bo Nickel's a midget. People forget, man. Um, he's an absolute marauder. And he was on top.
But Bo Nichols, like he's got some really serious credentials, dude. Penn State's serious
Yeah,
wrestling.
then what happened to the
That's like the
serious
best thing.
wrestler when he got hit with a few knees to that soft body, dude? Went out easy, dude. They looked visibly upset. He would have never made
Well,
it 5 rounds like Whitaker did.
if you go back and look at my arguments for why RDR was going to beat Whitaker, it was all wrestling, clinch control, having the jaw to take Whitaker's shots. Everything that I said is exactly what RDR brought to the table. Remember, I said that RDR could figure Whitaker out, and Whitaker couldn't figure RDR out.
Yeah, that is true. But to be fair, I do think that Whitaker in some ways did figure RDR out. But I'll get into that in a second. But he hit Rob with the knee to the body. He won by pressuring forward way more and finding himself less on the back foot. Made Rob feel uncomfortable, pressed up against the cage. The thing that allowed Whitaker to stay in the fight is that RDR just couldn't find the submission on him because I think Whitaker learned a lot of lessons from the Hamzat fight. Um, and also he his wrestling prowess allows him to not get submitted by guys like RDR. Like Kamzat's just such a freak, not just as a person and in the brain, but also as a genetic freak. Just very good at just tightening up every single hold he gets you in, like a Venus flytrap, and he just manipulates the joints and makes sure that whenever he's on top of you, it feels like of the fucking Atlas with the world on his shoulders. And then once he even gets his arms like sort of crossed, it's like it's over. Like the dude just has such a tight grip and like unbelievable strength for his size and his lack of muscles that I don't know, dude. It's just like a fly trap.
Remember the fight math I was telling you about before the fight with the people that Hamza has in common with Whitaker and RDR and how fast they finished them in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said that RDR is closer to Hamzat's level than Whitaker is based on his
Right.
previous opponents.
Link was sent, by the way, Hammoud. I sent it to your Discord, so you can hop in anytime. But yeah, he is, I think, closer to the top contenders levels, but he is slow, which I think is always going to be sort of a problem for him. Like if he went against DDP, I think DDP would just shut his lights out because he's basically RDR but better in that he's got just more power in his shots. RDR seems to break his opponents over time, whereas DDP just has one punch knockout power and can just sort of like Ilya, just bring it back whenever he needs to. Whereas RDR he needs to stay in control. He needs to put on the pressure. He needs to make it his fight to win it. And he was very lucky that he was able to get 3 out of the 5 rounds that went his way. So round 2 stops, I had that for RDR pretty easily because he crumpled Robert with the knee of the body. Round 3 happens. And to be fair, like, a lot of people could just be like, oh, he got a fluke knockdown to Robert Whitaker. That wouldn't happen 9 times out of 10. But the thing is, Robert Whitaker was able to drop him because he just understood Rainier's timing. That when he throws those knees up the middle and like comes in with big shots, he leaves his chin wide open. His chin is backwards and his guard is down. And so if you are able to match the timing and clip him as he's sort of backpedaling, you could put him on the ground. And that's what happened with Robert. Now it's just unfortunate that he couldn't finish Rainier while he was on the ground, which just goes to show how tough he is. Dutchland fucking tough. But he did get dropped, and it's because Robert figured out his timing. To be fair, also, Rainier was hurting Robert as he was, pressing up against the cage. He was landing those knees very easily. He had good combinations, but Whitaker just found the chin. And in any circumstances, you're lucky that your opponent doesn't land the big shot while on top. And lucky enough for RDR, he did get clipped with some shots while on bottom, but he was not put out by them and managed to scramble out. And then it was Robert mostly just picking at him at range. But I think that made it. Then DeRitter ended up finding his way on top of Rob. But again, this is a problem with Rainier's game that I think he really needs to adjust. He just could not, for the life of him, land any major damage on Rob while he was on bottom. Like, couldn't get him with an elbow, couldn't punch him. He tried to, I think, work for like an arm triangle or something, but he just couldn't manage the position. It sort of looked like he did against
Yeah.
Bo Nickel, where it's like, oh man, he's on top of Bo. Is he gonna try to lock in something? Is he gonna try to beat him up? No, he's just hold me, darling. Oh God, I fell asleep during sex.
Yeah, he has inflatable tube
Yeah,
man
exactly.
energy and
Yeah, he
strength.
does.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like I got hit by a wacky inflatable tube man while I was on the roof. I wouldn't move a single inch. I'd be like, oh, that was weird, and then
Dude, if you fought Rainer the Ritter, he has a soft body. You
that's
should
true.
knee him in the body back. Counter knee, dude.
That's a good point.
Time his knee coming in with a counter
Exactly.
knee, dude.
Oh, hey, look who's here.
No.
Let's go. Hamoud, how you doing, man?
Yo, what's goody, gang?
I'm doing great. Vinny and I are just dissecting the fight, or dissecting the fight that I watched, and Vinny listened to the highlights on the radio of.
Well, I listen to you. I can't do them both, bro. And the thing I watch, you can only watch live one time.
Did you watch the fight all the way through, Hamoud?
You mean the entire fight night?
No, I mean Whitaker versus DeRitter.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was kind of surprised that Derrida got the win because like before the fight, everybody was saying he can't handle pressure because he lost to that guy Mikhail something, or that Russian guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, damn!
The main
has done his research.
Yeah.
Point.
So like the Russian guy. So everybody was saying that he lost because of pressure, and and when he's under pressure, he can't really perform that well. And for me, it's like, bro, judging a fighter off like very old fights doesn't make sense because a fighter is most likely going to improve. Like, so I find it dumb, when people, for example, critique Hamza, his fight against Gilbert Burns. Like, bro, that was a good time ago. Like, DDP critiqued it.
Right.
He was like, we saw Hamza's performance against Gilbert Burns. So
Vinny's loving him.
I think Hamza is going to have problems with him.
Do you find it amusing, butthead, that we'll be talking about the penis? We'll be talking about the vagina, sexual intercourse, the clitoris, and we will most certainly
we're gonna score.
Most certainly be spending a lot of time talking about masturbation. But anyway, do you agree with most of what Hamoud just said, Vinny?
I agree with everything he said about DDP and everything that was his opinion with my opinion. Also, we share
Suffering thuckatash. There's the one thing I can't stand is absolute. But I think you're right, Hamoud. I was surprised that RDR won, given that Vinny and I's main sort of discussions about the fight were that if RDR didn't finish Rob in the first 2 rounds, it'd be over. Because RDR Whitaker has a lot of experience over 5 rounds. RDR looked very sloppy against GM3 in the second and third rounds, and it's just tough to beat a Bobby Knuckles sort of pace. But I think what we didn't expect was that RDR wouldn't be able to finish Whitaker, but his shots to the body would also gas Robert out, and that he wouldn't look like Robert over 5 rounds. He'd look like a worn out sort of version of Robert because of all the damage that he withstood. And I think that's what ended up giving uh, RDR the win. Like despite him being super slow, like he's used to it, and maybe that's why his cardio is actually pretty good compared to these other guys, is because he keeps the same sort of pace when he fights, which is just sort of a little withdrawn, a little bit just pressure, but nothing quick. But I think because of that, he doesn't actually gas himself out. He just fights like he usually does, which is like almost drunk, you know? And because of that, I think he can do that over 25 minutes, whereas like Whitaker relies on his speed and just flurrying forward, bam, quick punch down the middle. And you can't maintain that over 5 rounds. And because of that, I think by the 5th round, he just wasn't the same Robert Whitaker we usually see, like the one against Apollo or a Vittori, who are all slow and clunky and just break down as Rob's schooling them. Like by the end of the fight, they were sort of on the same level in terms of gassing, and just the pressure game of RDR using the wrestling when it came in clutch is just what got him the win, in my opinion. Do you agree with that, Hamoud?
Yeah, man, I think that's like a reasonable breakdown of the fight. I mean, I thought Shara versus Alt was a good fight. I mean, it
Mhm.
was it was a bloodbath, honestly.
Oh, you're talking about Shara versus Barry Alt?
Yeah,
Yes, I mean that was a literal bloodbath. Like, did you see Shara's nose, Vinny? Dude,
No, I didn't. I was
dude, it
watching you the
was
whole
it was
time, dude.
crooked. It was like a hook to the fucking side of his face. It was so fucking mashed in by the power bar, dude. It was insane. Like, dude, look at some of the,
That's
the photos
crazy.
of the fight. It's actually horrifying. I might actually show it on screen because it's actually maybe I shouldn't because YouTube will fucking kill me. But it got stretched, dude. Stretched real bad, like imploded. And it was crazy because Shar was just sort of doing his thing, picking at him at range, hitting some kicks, combinations, uh, you know, doing what he does best. And the next thing you know is as he's pressured against the cage, which a lot of these fighters that are winning the fights are doing, the other guy just mushed his nose with elbows and punches and just like made him look like fucking Jack Della Maddalena. You know what I'm saying? Um, but he weathered the storm, and
That's
then
because
he
Shara did.
what was that?
He should have pressed Nina. He should have pressed Nina in person about being a slut, and he didn't. That's why he got beat up, dude.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, karma's a bitch. It's got to be somewhere in the Quran.
No, karma comes after you die, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that. I think we're all in hell on earth right now, just in my opinion. That's the atheist mentality right there. But he was able
This is
he
the
cracked
afterlife.
Barry Alt with an elbow at the very end of the 2nd round, which sort of swung the round like back in his favor. I did thought he honestly lost it because you don't sustain an injury like that and win a round. No way, no fucking how. Visible damage is important. But then by the 3rd round, he was doing his thing again and just beating the absolute dog shit out of Barry Alt, which honestly was cathartic to me because I had Bruno Silva against Barry Alt, and then he just hit a random fucking elbow like he was Tabitha Ritchie earlier in the show and just fucking put him out, put Silva out, just like the bad Bruno Silva. The bad, honestly, they're both bad. They're both on losing streaks. Cut both Bruno Silvas. Why not? The one at flyweight and the one at middleweight. Why not? But yeah. I lost my train of thought, as Frank Costanza would put it. But yeah, that was a firefight. That was a deserved fight of the night. But I want to sort of go back to what we gotta do is go back to Whitaker versus RDR. 3rd round, he lands that perfect shot on RDR as he's throwing the knee up the middle and leaves his shin wide open. Doesn't finish him, and RDR doesn't finish Rob on the ground, which he couldn't do against Bo. That keeps Rob in it, 2-1 Rob. But then by the 4th and 5th, it was just knees, 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 clinch up against the cage, pressure, and Bobby he just had a tougher and tougher time. Actually, didn't really have that hard a time separating. Like he was able to separate once every like 15 seconds. problem was that he just had been so worn out with those knees to the body that he just couldn't pick up the pace again and like get back into the flow of things. And because of that, he lost the fight. Like, it's just unfortunate when speed is like your advantage in the fight, because just over time, if you're dealing with someone who's like a pressure heavy wrestler, they're going to take away that pace and that cardio very quickly. So yeah, I think it's just tough because a lot of people told me that RDR won the fifth because, oh, he hit him with some body punches while he was up against the fence, and it just made no sense to me because what matters more, some little tubby body shots against the fence with no like distance in between, or Robert hitting him with the jab over and over again. I value the jab over the body punches because it really just doesn't take much effort to execute with those, whereas like at range on the feet at a distance, that's just going to do more damage. So, it's interpretive, it's subjective. But a lot of people will say that, oh no, he just drowned out Bobby and picked up the pace and just made sure he just had no distance. So, and I agree. I understand where they're coming from. So, I think it's reasonable to think that RDR won the fight, but I would not. I'm not going to blame that judge for giving the fight to Rob, because I think it really was. I think there were a few swing rounds in that one.
Yeah, I thought that at the end you could clearly see though that RDR had done more visible damage to Robert
But
Whittaker.
was that in the fifth? It's damage sustained in the fifth, or just over the fight?
Cumulative, like Robert Whittaker looked like everything he was doing hurt him. Like every step he was taking, he was breathing heavy, labored
Right,
breathing
but
the entire
that's the
time.
thing, Vinny. Like, it's sort of the argument of what was it? I think it was GSP versus what was his name? The guy who like was a steroid, Johnny Hendricks. It's just steroid. God, that was the worst downfall in the history of MMA. Look up Johnny Hendricks' career. It's awful. Um,
When you
yeah,
get off the roids,
yeah,
dude, it's when
lost his hair
USADA
too.
came in. You gotta get
His
off
his
roids.
career retreated and his hairline retreated with it. But
Dude, roids will do that, but he had to quit roids because USADA came onto the scene. That's the reason that he did, and his career
yeah,
went downhill.
exactly. But what was I getting at? I I understand a lot of people saying RDR won, but I do think it can be. Oh! What I was trying to say, cumulative damage. Like GSP looked awful. He looked like a fucking corpse against Johnny Hendricks. Like his face was completely beaten up. Just looked like you popped a million zits on his face. But he won the fight. He still won the fight, 3-2, despite the damage that he had withstood. And
Yeah, there are close fights, but close fights always
yeah,
have clear
but yeah,
winners. Even if
that's true,
there's
but
cumulative
unfortunately,
damage.
it is round by round scoring. Like someone who looks a mess can still win the fight if they won a majority of the rounds. So
Bilal JDM, dude, JDM looked like
yeah,
a
but
corpse.
he
He looked
won,
like a
but he won
Goonies
he won
character.
3 rounds. He won 3 and he lost 2. That fifth round, he was just hitting him with combinations over and over again. Like you could get hit with something and your face could get fucking swollen up in round 1, but you still end up winning the fight when you go, the other 4. So it's just I think
But
visible damage can only count on a round by round basis. What do you think? I
well,
haven't asked
here's the
Mahmoud
thing.
anything. What do you think of that, Mahmoud?
No, but I mean, you guys are summarizing everything I have to say, honestly. But I think I didn't find the Robert versus RDR fight that
Honestly, but
interesting. I mean, Shah versus Alt was better. I feel like Shah needs to train his takedowns and his ground game much more, because he's gonna have trouble, in the higher ranks of middleweight if he doesn't, because he gets taken down too
yeah,
easily.
people.
So yeah, I mean, Shah, his striking is good. His kicks are deadly. I mean, the reason why he won the fight was because of his kicks and his striking being on point. But other than that, yeah.
Can you say Shara's suffering succotash for me?
Let's get the middle alliteration.
Shara suffering succotash. Can you say that for me, dude?
Give him some time. He's ready. He's got a little bit of stage. He's
Suffering
got a little stage fright,
succotash.
but he can do it. Mahmoud, I'm gonna count you down.
Vinny, Vinny, I already dealt with you last time, bro. Come on, bro. Why are you
No,
making a mockery out of
he's
yourself, bro?
not
Just
mocking.
act normal. Why
He's
don't
just
you?
I know
asking you.
you're talking.
Do the impression, man. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Nah, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Dude, do you remember? Do you remember, Hank?
Right.
Do you remember when I said that we have to gauge Whitaker off of his razor close fight with Jared Cannonier, who has that 85 IQ issue?
Yeah, that goes back to a long line of genetic theories going back to the late 1800s and early 1900s.
That are proven to
I
be
know.
true and also include Hamoud. They include Hamoud. Isn't that funny?
Vinny will
85 IQ.
Vinny will take over
Hamoud.
the rest of the country by military force in order to strengthen, rebuild the economy that has been destroyed by inflation. No. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you, really. Well, nothing can
Yeah,
be
dude.
perfect. Vinny
Little
looks
Elon.
stoned. Little Elon, that's what we call him. He slept over at Mar-a-Lago and he tried to cop a feel. I said, "Let me go, Elon. I'm married to Melania," and he didn't like that. He took it out on his son, and we like that, right? When Don Jr. came in
We
with
like
the sports
that.
jersey, I slapped the taste out of his mouth, and I said, "Wear a suit, and we like that. Vinny looks.
We have to do something about that.
We're
Doing
looking into
something
that
about
very
that.
closely. This is a problem. This is a very big problem, and we're sending our Doge. We're sending our Department of Government Efficiency to look into little Elon's actions to see if he did a good job. He did great, right? Very smart, very cool.
Hey,
Vinny looks stoned out of his mind.
hey
Is this true, Vinny?
I'm so high. Yeah, I just took a huge glob, did a big dab, like a 2 grammer. I told you I took a dab. Remember I said that? I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I just took a dab
I do.
right before.
I remember. That
Anyway,
for a second.
do you remember I was
My brain's
saying?
dying. It's melting slowly before your very eyes.
Right, dude. Do you remember I said that Whitaker's IQ? He's like kind of a
He is a
meathead,
meathead.
and RDR is. I said RDR is the intellectual advantage over Robert, even though Robert has all that highlight experience. At the end of the day, Robert is still 28-9. I told you not to bank on him over RDR. It was not a
It was
safe bet.
close. It was a pretty close fight. Like, it's hard to just be like, I told you when it's like goes to a split and it's, round by round, who won the fight over who. And, Robert did drop him at one point and almost finished him. Like, I feel like with a lot of fights, if somebody gets dropped, if both guys get dropped, it's just like, okay, all logic that we had for this fight just goes out the window because at any moment, somebody could have finished the other. Like if it's just like a master class, oh, the other guy had no opportunities to come back and didn't impress with anything, like then it's just like, okay, you were right, I was wrong. But like when it's super close that it's within like a razor thin margin and one judge's scorecard decides it, like it's just hard to be like, see, that turned out correct. Like it's just sometimes it's just down to pure fucking luck.
I agree, but when I watched the highlights for the fight, what I noticed is that RDR was implementing his game, and Robert Whitaker was only able. RDR implemented his game basically the entire fight, and Whitaker only got to implement his game one time by dropping him once.
By the way, Andrew Nance is here. Let's fucking go. Good to see you, Andrew. Another based Andrew. Sup, Hank? Good to see you, Andrew. Background is awesome. I'm tripping. We are simulating the experience of Vinny after his fifth dab for the day. Face blue. I love it when I read out the emojis in my chat. Face blue, wide eyes. Face blue, wide eyes. Face blue, wide eyes. Face blue, wide eyes. Wonderful. But I got to answer Hamoud's question, by the way. So Hamoud
What?
with Shara, like he got taken down by Bruno Silva, middleweight Bruno Silva. Do you remember that, Hamoud?
Yeah, man. That's why I think that he should focus more on his ground game. I mean, he's starting um his ground game is pretty bad. I mean, if he goes to higher middleweight, like especially like the higher contenders, he's gonna have like he's gonna face a lot of problems. Basically, like
Yeah. To
let's
be
say if he
fair,
fights RDR in the future.
yeah, he's fucked. He's screwed.
Can you say
Hey,
spinal
don't
for
be
me?
mean, Vinny. No teasing. No teasing.
Spinal.
Nah, bro,
Hey,
Hank, it's good, bro. It's good,
we
bro.
don't
You know, I dealt with him the last time, bro. I asked him to come privately, but he never came. Right? So you know, it's good, bro. Let him say what he wants to say.
Wait, what happened? Oh,
Any counterpoints that you want to bring up, we can rehash it anytime you want to. Right now, I'm free
Vinny,
to.
we don't
Bro,
think.
no, because the thing is, this isn't my stream, isn't it?
I don't know.
Someone
You
else.
have an 85 IQ,
Vinny,
and I stumped you every time
relax,
and it's on
relax,
video.
relax, man.
It's someone else's stream, bro. So just give me your, if you have any private information, private credentials, Discord, something. Come on it, bro. And you know,
Look at him run. Listen, here's the facts. We had this we had the conversation in the discourse already. I stumped you literally 5-0.
bro,
You had no counterpoints, no
you said,
rebuttals.
you
You
said,
scalloped. You spoke
Decision. Went to his-
impertinently,
you said you
and
have
then you
no
said to come
Discord,
to your
bro.
Discord.
You said you
Hey,
have no
buddy.
Discord.
Hey, buddy. You told me to come to your Discord. If you could actually prove to me that you actually had one single counterpoint, a unique thought floating around in your
Oh,
85
no.
IQ head,
Not-
I would have came to your dumb little Discord.
Bro,
But you're unintelligent.
bro,
You're a little piss on. Why don't you Google right now? I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
it. I'm not gonna
don't
say
do
it.
this. I want to
don't
want to
wanna
keep
be
going
racist
with
on
the
the show.
Shara Magomedov conversation. But
Yeah, dude,
basically,
let's do it.
so he got taken down
Get the
by Bruno
racism out of
Silva.
it.
Barry Alt smoked Bruno Silva. There's the MMA math for you. And people forget, man. Barry Alt shot a few takedowns on Shara Magomedov. Did try to get him down, and against the fence, Shara managed to stuff pretty much every takedown attempt that Barry Alt tried. Now, to be fair, Barry Alt is not the best wrestler in the world, but then again, neither was Bruno Silva. But he still got Shara down. So I actually think that the wrestling of Shara Magomedov has improved a little bit. He only got outstruck by MVP. I don't think he got taken down once. I don't think we know if Shara Magomedov's wrestling is bad from this last performance. I think we'll have to see him against a real ranked contender to see if he actually needs an improvement in the wrestling or not. I mean, he's got one fucking eye. He's literally a fucking Cyclops, Michael Bisping behind the commentary desk, motherfucker. So you're only gonna get so far. But
Ginger
Ginger
Cyclops.
Cyclops. But I'd say
He has no soul, dude. He's the only Dagestani with no soul,
Yeah.
dude. That's why he's
yeah,
so
seriously.
scary, man.
Like Vinny, I'm assuming if you saw a couple kissing on the escalator, you wouldn't like Pearl Harbor that dude 20 minutes afterwards waiting for him.
I might. If he was Hamoud, bro, if he was Hamoud,
Whoa,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
I might just come up with an
I think
excuse,
Stan Lee
you know?
just took a swig of some of that Chemical X he found in the fridge right there. But hey, play nice, boys. All right, or else I'm gonna have to send. I'm gonna send you both to detention. I'm sending you both to the principal's office, and then I'm handing out a paddling. You try to say something out of turn, that's a paddling. You try to discuss religious differences, that's paddling. If you want to bring up addresses, that's paddling. That's lots of paddlings, young man.
hey, bro, I haven't said anything so far,
He hasn't.
Hank. Just to make that clear.
Because you can't. You know how you make Hamoud? What the ingredients
are they?
are? Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
These were the 3 ingredients.
My man, Vinny, you shouldn't talk, bro. You look like a fucking malnourished fucking Thor, bro. You fuck day. That's all what you do, bro. And you crash out on live streams. Like, bro, calm the fuck down, man. That's fucking talking here, but bro, the only thing you have on me is my list. That's all, bro. So calm down. Be a bit respectful, bro. I never said anything to you, did I?
I think Hamoud. I think that's 10-9 Hamoud for the third. Let's see if Vinny can rally.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like some of the greatest speakers in the world had a lisp. It's nothing to like be ashamed of. I'm just fucking with you, dude.
Yeah,
but yeah, if you're gonna insult me, it has to be like clever. You
I'm
can't
one of
just say
the
generic
one of the
insults,
few
you know?
who managed to get through his riff fake beef shield through my impressions. So, I was able to break through to the other side. But it's hard for others to. They're just not as talented as me. They don't have a single original thought. They don't have one creative punchline, not one insult. And meanwhile, I have them in spades. It's just different levels, Hamoud. I'm this cast of French society that sees the farmer down there and he's working slower than usual, and I whip him across the backside. You know what I'm saying, Hamoud?
Thanks, bro.
Do you know who James Earl Jones Jr. is?
Who's that?
Luke, I am your father.
That's
the fucking Darth Vader and the black dude from Sandlot.
Earl Jones.
Yeah, he has the greatest voice in the world. You know that he had a lisp?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he worked through it,
Nice.
dude.
You know that?
Fought with power. Moses, peace be upon him, had a lisp too. The prophet.
Did you know that? What was his name? Joe Biden, our American president, had a lisp as well. He had a lisp when he was a kid. He had a speech impediment, and then he worked through it.
And I was diagnosed with a lisp maybe 5 times before I actually caught the lisp. He's just making up some shit about how the lisp is a disease.
I remember when I was a lifeguard over there at the private pool, and I saw the lisp, and Lisp was a bad dude, and I liked when the little kids stroked my leg. But then I followed the lisp to the dark alley
Make,
with his boys, and they came across me as the lifeguard, and I swatted the lisp.
make sure that you get protection from the lisp. Make sure you get vaccinated from the lisp.
And then I swatted the lisp with the newspaper. Yeah, that took time. I made sure it wasn't eating some oatmeal. But
He's confused on the properties of the lisp.
saying I got a lisp, I don't have an STD. Just shut up, man. Just shut up. But anyway, what the hell were we talking about?
Okay, STD.
But yeah, I think Shara is going to look pretty good. I think he's going to look good in the future. I think he's just going to deal with some guys who are better strikers than him. In all honesty, I think Armin Petrosian was sort of touching him up before he landed that spinning back fists, and he got his nose broke by Marc Andre. So I think he's going to get he's going to get finished by somebody one of these days. That's my opinion.
Yeah, he's not that
Is
good.
there anything else you would like to discuss, Hamoud? Because we do have some agenda items to go through.
No, not really, man. I was gonna ask, what do you think about a potential matchup between Dan Hooker and Charles Oliveira?
I think Dan Hooker is very good at promoting fights. I think he's really good at starting shit and turning like stuff on Twitter into fights, which is, by the way, a talent you should have. If you got some stock, you need to like just fantasy match make for the UFC because God knows they're terrible at their jobs. Dude, I swear all the young fucking 20-something bookers that the UFC has backstage are like fucking snorting coke as they're making fight cards, dude. They're absolute shit.
Dude, that is not
One of them
how
got
it works.
one of them
I
got
promise.
fucking stabbed by Jose Aldo or something because that dude's just been punishing Aldo over and over again. Bad matchups against young up and coming contenders. So it's all bias. You need to basically make the UFC's decisions for them. Dana White promotes boxing because he's a bitch and he holds Turkey Al Sheikh's hand on the weekends. The dude just has completely lost all passion and motivation to grow his company in any single way. So anything that people outside of his purview can do to promote fights, the better. Time Aspinall retired John Jones without even fighting him. We all have to aspire to be like that.
Hey, bro, I don't think that that's how it works in the UFC, bro. I think that there's a corrupt leadership that doesn't allow certain fights to happen for an agenda that's hidden from us. You know, that hidden agenda society that has that big issue in the world that also owns the UFC. Coincidentally.
I mean, Ari Emanuel could definitely have a hand in that.
Because here's the thing. Remember, Uncle H said that they're going to make the manliest of society look deplorable and like a degenerate. So what they're trying to do is make UFC the worst product possible. So it doesn't look like manly men are, upheld. It's a part of their religion. Dude.
Interesting. I blame Ariel Helwani. I think he's pulling strings behind the scenes. He's bringing up receipts. You know, I think he's got a lot of black. I think he's one with blackmail.
Did you see how they lifted up Izzy and they lifted up that gay girl and they lifted up the John Jones guy too? Yeah. Because they're
Jones did a lap dance for the president, basically. But anyway, talking about Hooker versus Oliveira, I hope it gets booked. Like, actually, I do, because I honestly don't want to see Holloway versus Oliveira, because I think we all know what that outcome of that fight is going to be. It's going to be Oliveira getting fucking smoked. I think Holloway would fucking destroy him. So I don't think you can make that fight, honestly.
Wait, Oliveira is a win one, lose one fighter since 2022, bro. Oliveira needs to pay the fucking the toll and fight a contender,
Well,
a
I
new
mean,
name,
he
not
fought
Dan Hooker.
Poirier, who was a featherweight, who came up and he got his title shot against a killer and got slept in round 1.
Dude, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He needs to fight way down, way down. This keeps happening to him where he gets
Well,
finished in early rounds.
in
He's got
that
to fight
case,
way
he
down.
should fight Dan Hooker because Hooker's farther down than Holloway is. Holloway's like number 3.
Dude, I want to see him fight like a number 15.
Well, that's true, but unfortunately, this is a sport and a business, Vinny. So you have to keep these fights somewhat competitive and give the stars sort of a chance to rally back. Because just the truth is, I think a lot of contenders below them are
He's not a star.
just not gonna become stars, in my opinion.
Oliveira is not a star, dude. He literally, whenever he had the belt, he tried to run away with it and go have a McGregor fight instead of fighting Islam.
He has tens of millions of followers.
He went through all the goofy
Tens of millions of followers. Like Vinny of the lightweights, he draws quite a bit. I mean, Islam too, obviously, because he's been dominant. But Charles Oliveira has a shit ton of followers and people who watch his fights. The video of him getting slept by Ilya has like 10 million views.
Yeah, dude, I don't think that it should be. I think it should be like there should be meritocracy instead of like a fucking beauty pageant, dude. Whatever the fuck's wrong with it. Charles Oliveira needs to fight an up and coming contender. All these new guys, dude, they need to fucking prove that they deserve their spot because they're getting beat by up and comers, dude. And it's
I say
every
that on
time,
Michael Chandler for sure.
like, look at.
But him versus Patty was perfect because it was competitive, like, or at least it looked competitive on paper, so people were interested in the fight. Like, I feel like everybody knows in the back of their mind that Holloway would fucking destroy Oliveira. Everybody, and we already had that feeling with Ilya. Like, I feel like it'd be better if he gave him a chance, like against a guy like Dan the Man Hooker, who could beat him still, who could still beat him.
I'm not even.
I am.
Interested
I think it would be a good fight. I think Holloway versus Charles would just be Holloway boxing Charles's face off for 5 rounds, basically.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not interested in like any of these Charles fights. He's got to like prove that he belongs in his spot. In my opinion.
But I think that'd be a fun fight. I think it could go like Hooker versus Poirier went with the first round, with just Hooker beating the shit out of Oliveira, and then round 2 and 3, let's see if Charles can rally back. I think that'd be a pretty fun fight, Hamoud. And but I think I'd still pick Charles to win because I think he still has power. But on top of that, I think Hooker's. I think he would get taken down by Oliveira. What do you think, Hamoud?
Yeah, it could go either way, honestly. About the Holloway fight, I don't think Holloway would like decimate Oliveira. Like he would win, but I think if Oliveira takes him down, it would be like a problem for Holloway. I mean,
It could, but Holloway's good. He's got good takedown defense, man. I've never seen Holloway all on his back. The guy's on his neck. Like he was doing that when he was a youngster at featherweight. Like now he's a big fucking man at lightweight, and he's tall and lanky as fuck too. I think it'd be sort of tough, being honest. I think him versus Arman would actually make for a pretty good matchup. Because then, Arman's wrestling is actually pretty scary. So, well, and he's got power to boot. So I think that'd be an interesting sort of test for him.
Arman by elbows, right?
Yeah.
Everybody agrees?
It could happen, man. I mean, at the same time, Charles's wrestling defense against Arman was very good. And he sort of has the measurements of Max, too. So I think Holloway would have a chance against Arman. But there's a good chance that Arman also just bodies him. We'll see. But remember, he got the left hand out of nowhere. Got dropped so easily by Claudio Silva. So that's always an X factor. Max has power, dude. He does have power, especially at lightweight.
With the Dan Hooker fight, I see that Dan's best win to win the fight is keeping Oliveira on his feet. I mean, if he gets taken down, it's practically over for him. But if he keeps Oliveira on his feet, controls some distance, lands some kicks, and I mean, he could potentially, finish Oliveira even.
Yeah, could happen, man. It'll be a good fight either way. But let's move on to our next
But wait, what's it solve though is the issue. The lightweight division needs solving. It
It's
needs
true.
working out right now. The issue is that Islam Makhachev finished Dan Hooker in a fraction of a round. Islam finished Charles in like 2 rounds, less than 2 rounds. What does it prove for Charles to beat Dan or for Dan to beat Charles? Like it just doesn't fix anything in the division. You know what I'm
It's a good
saying?
point.
The division's got to move, and it feels like they're just having the same names fight each other over and over again. And I feel like now they're going to try to put Dan Hooker into that fucking mix, dude. We need some fucking new names, dude. It's so
That's
obnoxious.
true. I think it was.
Dan Hooker's
I think
not
it
at
was
the
good.
top.
I think it was
He's
good
not
for
that good.
Chandler to fight Patty. We need to have more matchups like that. I think we need to find some fights for fucking Joe Alvarez. How the fuck is that dude not like number 10 ranked in the world right now?
Because he keeps missing fights.
Does he? Is he missing weight?
Yeah, dude, he just missed against Benoit
shit,
Saint
you're
Denis.
right. Oh yeah, he is a weight bully. Okay, never mind. But then again, Benoit's shit. Moicano's old. Like, what young contenders are there actually to? I mean, Fiziev, but that dude's in his like middle 30s or something. I think it's a bunch of old fucks in the lightweight. Bobby Green is somewhere in that mix. Like,
Dude, I said, why are they not fighting down every last one of these
there,
motherfuckers, dude?
I'd say
Everybody.
Freziem is the contender you should have some.
I was going to say him versus Charles was what I was
Yeah.
going to say the whole time.
Guru
That's what I
wished
wanted
that
to
on
see.
Chandler, and I understand that sentiment definitely. But then again, I've never been a fan of contenders just jumping up 10 spots in the rankings. Being honest, I think how the system should work is a contender going up like 4 places, 5 places, depending on how good their performance is. Like that's how it would work in the natural way of things. But it just feels like the UFC can't, for the life of them, just have any natural progress in the lightweight division because they need to have their big super fights, to draw the eyes. But it's bad for the division in the long run.
Yeah, it just ruins the fucking sport, dude. We need meritocracy so that way fighters know what they're going for and fans know what they're going to. The only people that notice the shit, right, are the fucking fan base. The hardcores. Why would you try to insult your actual fan base's intelligence? We're the only people that'll notice. Why would you do that to us?
Again,
so
I think they
stupid.
have their priorities. Like they allowed John Jones to just stay inactive for an entire year and do absolutely nothing and have a horrible fight against Stipe and like just gave him everything, even though the fans were.
And then cut Islam. How fast did they cut Islam's belt?
Very.
Right, most defenses in the
Yeah,
history.
he wanted to fight Ilya, and they didn't let it happen. So they just
yeah, dude, they cut his belt, fucking, and they have hidden agenda, and that one snozzle society, the fucking locks and bagels, they have this one really weird issue where they can't stop telling ridiculously stupid lies that everybody can see through. If you look at like the UFC and like how they fucking conduct business, where they fucking like give people title shots and skip over shit and they insult our intelligence to our faces. It's the same kind of shit where they just think that you're so dumb that you can't calculate what's going on, dude. It's the same exact hand, dude. Trying to fucking, if you look at the UFC, how many people get shit on and how many people get helped almost on a repeat basis based on not meritocracy, but some kind of weird beauty pageant and Islamophobia, dude. It's
I think part of it is their own biases and part of it is that they're just completely inept and have lost their ability to put together good fight cards because, dude, like they could even make Apex cards stacked if they wanted to. If they really wanted to, they could make cards that are.
Don't blame incompetence on what you can blame on malice, dude. You know that they're trying to make the sport unappealing. It's Disney. They did it with everything they could.
It's true.
Star Wars, everything that was manly, they got into and took a shit on.
Do you really think that
it's intentional? I swear to God. I swear to you.
So Dana wants to be involved in the culture war, is what you're saying?
No. Dana's getting paid under the table. He's corrupt. Yeah. He's getting big money from our tax dollars, stolen right from us.
We got two smelly fingers, the legend in the building. What's up, legendary legends of legendness? That's a lot of legends, including Hamoud. Hamoud is number one. I'm at level 14 in his Discord server, so I'm rising through the ranks. But he's number one, man. He controls the server. He is the host with the most, putting on the Reds.
Hamoud, let's see your beard.
I suck at arithmetic, but I can calculate with my phone's calculator. Nice. Well, working the system, tricking it. climbing up the ladder through pushing everybody else off of it. Don't blame baldness on shampoo,
Hey.
brother.
Hey, Hamoud, where's your ponytail? You know that's sunnah, right? To have your hair this long? You cookie clutter clone Westerner
You know,
fucking
he doesn't even have
wannabes.
his
That's what you
camera on.
people are.
That is bald.
Dude, because he has a buzz cut. He has a buzz cut and a patchy beard, I bet you.
All right, bro. Hank's seen
It's a fake.
me before, by the way.
Wait, what? What was that? I never.
I'm saying Hank's seen me before, by the way. I don't think.
I've seen before. Have I?
Yeah, 'cause you have-
I think Hamoud has accidentally outed himself with some video clips, but I don't think I've ever seen. Maybe I did see it. Actually, no, I didn't, because I remember. Sorry,
he has less
sorry,
self-esteem than
I
MMA Joey.
gotta bring up the receipts. It's the Ariel Hank Wani show.
New York Vin, but we've had plenty of little conversations in the Hamoud podcast. Everybody had their camera on except for a specific someone. And I do have to mention that.
Bro, what I when we were with Unc and Alfred, I opened my
You did?
cam as well.
Okay.
But it's usually very early in the morning for me, so
Yes, yeah, it was night.
I'm not
nighttime.
usually that
We
active.
couldn't see. Got it. Legend Too Smelly, let's go. Yes, sir. Too Smelly Fingers. He is here. Cough.
Bring Smelly in.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, we should bring Smelly in. If he's interested, we can definitely bring Smelly in. Stand ya base.
Hey Hamoud, what's IQ stand for? Stand your base.
That is what it stands for.
Stand. IQ stand for what's? Damn, he doesn't know. That's wild.
Is that a serious question you're asking me?
Well, let him speak. Let him speak.
He doesn't
Stop
know.
cutting
That's
him off. Stop
stalling.
Cutting him off, Vinny.
Let him look it up. Let him Google it. Hold on. He doesn't know. He has 85 IQ. Let him Google it. Do you know that whites have 15 IQ points higher than Muslims globally? Fuck. What did I say?
Vinny has to make that money from sending in the treatise to the Rockefeller brothers. has to fucking sell out, man. Got to make that Elon money. But anyway, Hamoud, what else are you interested at all in the upcoming card? What do you think of Tyra versus Albazi getting completely scrapped? And what do you think the main event will be?
I don't know, bro. I mean, fights getting scrapped isn't something ideal.
Yeah. I heard that it would be Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Walter Walker. If that were the fight, who would you have?
So repeat your question, Hank. You cut out.
Oh, a certain someone got the correct answer, and I don't know who it could be. It's an anonymous figure. It says the intelligence quota.
It's quotient is the word. Intelligence quotient.
Oh, boo. Nice try. Nice try. Too Smelly Fingers, alter ego, bipolar disorder, split personality.
Sunburn AIDS. Get out of here. You're wrong.
It's Too Smelly Fingers, dude. It's the same person. Don't make him leave. He has to come on the show. Anyway, but let me know. Let me know, Too Smelly, if you want me to send you the StreamYard link. I'll definitely let you hop in. But who would you have in that one, Hamoud, between Walter Walker and Waldo Cortez? Where's Waldo?
Probably Waldo, honestly, bro.
Ooh, you think that he'll survive the first 5 minutes against Mr. God? What to even like compare him to? He's just a big fucking stupid fucking bearded gremlin. I don't even know how. He's not an orc. He's not anything. There's no. He's a down on his luck, dead end job Santa Claus with a brown beard instead of a white one. Fucking Gimli looking motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean,
so can we finish talking about RDR and like where he's going to go? And
yes. We have to sort of speed this up because I'm going to give us maybe 30 more minutes, but we can speed through this. I do have AIDS. Damn, he does have AIDS. He and Vinny were in a hotel room about 3 decades ago, and
Who's
then
this?
the treatment got developed just in time, and he's
Do you squirt to the ceiling by chance and like in gallons? Is that you?
well, there was one time I
Is that
brought
you?
the automated sprinkler into the house, and we had all sorts of problems. So the hose went loose, and I'm not talking about something to use to water your
Dude,
plants.
that is a fantastic way to compare it.
Yes,
That is perfect, dude. A sprinkler
exactly.
system, dude.
The garden hose in the house. I'm gonna.
Dude, my hair
Oh
was just
God,
soaked.
no,
My
no,
shirt is soaked, dude.
no,
It's
dude. This
insanity,
girl,
bro.
dude. Hank,
I'm like dripping, dude.
I can't stream right now. I got a girl over, Hank. I'm gonna cure it like Charlie
Dude,
Sheen. Sorry,
you were talking. You were impressing that one girl, dude, that I
that
was
is true.
chilling with.
I got Riz. I
And
got
then
imaginary Riz.
dude, you got the most Riz I've ever seen, dude. Guys, on stream, we were watching this girl that I was chilling with. She was watching King of the
Mhm.
Hill, and Hank just goes, "God damn it, Bobby!" And I started doing Cotton Hill. Oh, what is fucking Cotton? I'm the meanest son bitch that ever put on one leg, Hank Hill. We started doing all the impressions, and fucking she just was so impressed with it, dude. It's insane. Hank has crazy
And
fucking Riz,
Hamoud
dude. That
knows.
girl like fell in love
Hamoud knows
with
that
me.
I have Riz because he has compared my cheekbones and my specific movement of my jaw to a Giga Chad with Riz times a million. Right, Hamoud?
Definitely, bro.
Yes, he has the charts. He has the anatomical charts of my skull and my musculature to prove it.
We scientifically and theologically
Remember I told you.
analyze that shit, Hank. But yeah, bro, Hank, I'm gonna be dipping, bro. I got some stuff to do. I'll see you
Sounds
guys
good.
soon, bro.
Nice to chat with you,
Brother.
Hamoud.
Remember
As
I told
always.
you.
See you, bro.
Remember I told you your intramolar arch is extremely wide, and you have a well-developed facial structure that comes forward
That
really
is
far.
true.
I was trying to tell everybody that you're a fucking Chad compared to every single other person in the space, dude. Like,
Yeah, I
bar
look
none.
way better than Mailson, I can tell you that much. The Frailson, female Mailson.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, but any of them, dude. Nobody has like, dude. You have the furthest forward jaw, dude, and the widest space in your teeth. It's called the myofascial craniotemporal maxillary mandibular connection.
Tight.
And if you look at yours is extremely forward. You don't have any like inward
Here
growth at all,
comes
dude.
the Crimson
I don't see
Chin.
anybody else's
That's right,
faces
the
going.
Crimson Chin is here to save the day. Knock him out, Joe.
But this the wide, like the bigger that you're trying to get your jaw, the intracranial. So the bigger that that this space is here in your mouth, the bigger that the space is in your
There you
brain
go.
above it.
Yeah, dude.
So it's important that you try to grow this, and you just have it big naturally.
Yeah,
You have a big brain problem.
eugenics professors are on my side. I should have been, in Germany after World War I. They would have hailed me. They would have put me on the posters, guys.
They would have purchased your scientific
They would
journals
have.
afterwards.
They would
and
have
put them in all of the
dug up my fucking grave. Like, is it fresh? Is it still alive? There you are, my beautiful brain. Shout out to Ozzy. Rumor said he busted his last one hours before saying "Shasharon." Nice. It's based of Ozzy to do. It seemed like Ozzy always had good timing. He had his last concert like months before he died. Dude's fucking based as hell. Like fucking David Bowie. Hank
Hank in the Hill.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, Vinny, I don't need a hippie giving my Bobby any strange and queer and gay, and by that I mean terms from the 1950s. I don't want you to give him a happy time, or else I'm gonna lay my belt so far across your ass you thought that you had a tattoo of a rectangle on it. And
I can't fit him out, Hank. I want the
I'll tell
wall.
you, Cotton, I need you to shut up. Okay? And Peggy has given me a lot of advice on how to be a good dad, and I'll tell you what, I was able to treat my wife respectfully. Not like you, Cotton. You made our mother go away because you were scared. And I wasn't scared, and I give my Bobby boxing lessons. You let go of my purse. I don't know you.
My sister boy son can't love me. I gotta die now.
Bobby, it's nothing but toilet music. Dale, I don't want you showing the penknife around my son. I think you're gonna cut his neck open.
Oh, Hank, don't be lecturing me when I was taught in self-defense and kung fu by Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars Episode 1. Pocket sand.
Qui-Gon Vinn.
Let me tell you this, Hank. I hate the sand. It's coarse, it's rough, and it gets everywhere.
I know that, Dale. You know what's also coarse, rough, and it gets everywhere? Your brain when it's shitting all over the front lawn. I need you to get the hell out of here before I whoop some ass, Dale. Now, tell you what, Hank's riding with those Dale with those conspiracy theories on the crackpot and woo woo, man. They went over there and beeped on thing and yeah. Pause. I don't know where to pause. I think it was at the sprinkler system part. No Diddy. No Vinny. No Vinny. We need to create a no Vinny membership emoji.
No Yiddy.
Yeah. Yes, no Yiddy.
No Hank Wani.
No cap. Hank was just here. Yeah, I was here and then I was gone. Giga Chad. I'm out. I'm off in a flash. I just had it's like a SpongeBob with women, you know. Want to see me bang those 6 chicks? Want to see me do it again? I gotta go, boys. It's 12:53. Gotta get up at 4. Fuck Monday. Oh, I hate Mondays. I'm gonna kick Odie off the table. Garfield, don't you kick Odie off the table. I hate Mondays. Let's get this money. I'm out. Why don't you give me some money, Andrew? Please, just give me a kiss before you go. Please, please. That impression. Dude, that's fucking unnatural. Thank you, to Smelly Fingers. You know, it all started when I slipped and fell into the toxic waste dump, and then I was growing, 4 eyeballs and 8 limbs, and then took a chainsaw to get it all off of me, and then but my brain, I became the brainiac. This is actually a wig. I'm Lex Luthor trying to kill Superman right now. I put some kryptonite in his dab.
Dude, who's that guy from American Pie? Stifler?
Stifler.
Yeah, you look like Stifler.
Oh, thank you.
I believe you have my Stifler. Hey, Vinny,
Stifler.
if we could get that TPS report in here by Saturday, that would be great. And I know it's your day off, but if we could just get that TPS report in right on time. I know it's a weekend day, and I know that you have the day off, but if I could have you working overtime, that would be great. Just keep up the good work. There you go. There's my Stifler. Right. And we're gonna have to move you down to HR, human management, and resources. You're just not a team player. We just can't have you on the team right now, Vinny. And if you could take care of that cockroach problem in the basement, that'd be great. Okay. Really? Thanks. Okay. I'll see you on Saturday. Oh man, just keep up the good work. You're great. I'm banging your wife right now, Vinny. Oh, that's the good spot. Oh, that's great. I really appreciate it, man. Letting me do that.
Stifler giving her the stiffy.
Oh, that's a good one. Hank Hill. No giddy. Yee. Nice. Bring out the gimp. Well, it looks like the spider's caught himself a couple of flies.
Hamoud sounds like he's in a wheelchair and he has like gimp feet.
Sounds like he's about to address the Germany's invasion of the UK. That was a multi 40 chess reference right there. And we will fight them on the beach, and we will take them on in the air, and we will never surrender.
That's so funny.
Blasphemy the Saint Scientology. I could pull off a pretty mean Tom Cruise if I wanted to. And if you don't get those choppers in here in 45 minutes, I will actually fuck your face.
Hey, children. It's not rape if she says okay.
This is my friend Tom Cruise. Say hello to Tom. Now, Tom isn't like that Tom, Dick, and Harry fella, let me tell you. His dick is hairy. But he's also a fan of Scientology. I am too, children.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm going to be in the movie. I got to go.
Scientology.
I will sue you.
It's fucking probably ran by Jews. I will sue you.
I'm never coming out of the closet.
Litigious religion.
Anyway, let's speed through the next
very,
couple topics.
yeah, very litigious. Those the Scientologist.
But what do you think is DeRitter's ceiling at middleweight?
Scientologist, litigious. I think that he's at his ceiling right now.
You don't think he wins another fight against a contender after this?
No, because his fight. Remember, I said that Robert Whitaker being on Cannonier's level,
Mm-hmm.
having close fights with Cannonier is just basically inexcusable. You know what I'm saying?
He's pretty good.
I think that didn't Cannonier broke his arm too
Ooh.
in the first round.
Yeah, that's not good.
So that's really bad on Robert. So the thing is that I think that RDR having a close fight with Robert now also puts RDR in the same category. He doesn't go much higher unless by like really cool miracle, you know, like he does
I
something
mean,
sick.
people are comparing him to the next Jesus, my brain fart. Comparing him to Drickus with, he's lanky and he's a goofy fighting style, but he's too slow to be a Drickus. He doesn't have as much perseverance to be a DDP in my opinion. He doesn't have a one shot that's gonna like turn the tide of the fight.
He shouldn't even. I think that DDP got like a sort of a miracle title run. If you put right now Imavov versus RDR, Imavov's going to show him levels.
Yeah, Imavov would probably.
Hamzat shows levels.
A lot of the top contenders he probably loses to. I mean, he probably barely beats like a Kyle Baraujo,
That's what I was saying. If it's going to be a slug, if he slugs it out with anybody, I don't even think he would fight Kyle Baraujo, honestly.
Yeah, they're way too like far apart from each other to have a fight against each other. But okay, so he's probably this is the best RDR can get. But he is a one champion, so never fully count him out because he does have a championship mentality. Next, what else as I
look what happened when he went up against the Russian.
Okay, so let's speed through some of these. Dana White is trying to kill boxing right now through repealing the Ali Act that basically grants fighters, boxers benefits, lets them not compete in fights with more than 12 rounds so they don't suffer permanent brain damage. They're more contractually obligated if the contracts get ripped to shreds. It's just, and they're going to get less pay too if the Ali Act is canceled. So a lot of benefits that the boxers had are going to be gone if Dana White actually pushes through the cancellation of the Ali Act through Congress. And a lot of people are just like, oh, why are you talking about Dana White being involved in politics and Trump or any of this? This is why. Because it's not just a vent at the White House. Oh, how fun. It's never just, fun when it's Donald Trump. It's all propaganda. And at best, it's propaganda. At worst, it's Dana actually having an influence on politics and legislation. And this is the worst of it because he's going to kill the benefits of boxers if he gets his way and gets the UFC version of boxing. And sure, it'll be great at first because like, oh, we get more super fights. But guess what? Turkey Al-Sheikh is putting together super fights every other week. This doesn't.
I was just saying we need more Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Anything. All it does is reduce the benefits of boxers and makes their lives more of a living hell and gives them no retirement after they're done. So Dana White's literally just going to turn boxing into the Lion's Den gladiatorial arena. No benefits for you. You'll have CT for the rest of your life, and we're never giving you a check. Version of the UFC.
That's what I'm saying, dude. What needs to happen is Turkey Al-Sheikh needs to take his stupid $100 million and make a fight club, a fight league, and use meritocracy. And when fighters get injured, they get good benefits, take care of them, do the right thing. People can actually start training from a young age. You know why Saudi Arabia doesn't have any fighters in the UFC?
Wait, doesn't have what? Sorry, my mind blanked.
Fighters in the UFC. Okay.
What doesn't have fighters in the UFC?
Saudi Arabia.
That's a good question. Why?
Because training fighting is haram in Islam.
How come they get to do it so much?
So you can't be doing strikes to the head at any other level except for the very highest level, and it's to test like martial, law. Like if you're going to go to war and use your hand-to-hand combat, and you need a test which is the best, so you could teach people, which is what the Dagestanis do, by the way. That's all a wartime people. Have you seen Khabib's dad dressed up in his like war garb? Like a general. So the point is that in Islam, you can only practice punching people in the face and like actually hitting people and doing like real fights when you're at the very highest level. So you never see anybody at the lower levels because it's considered haram. The vast majority of Muslims cannot train like with that being legal.
It only specific to Saudi Arabia. There's been plenty of fighters from like Kuwait and Yemen and Egypt and all these different countries that practice Islam. Like, why are they?
Yeah, remember, it's got to be at the highest level, though.
It's just
You know what
harder
I'm saying?
in some of these countries. I mean, I think there's a Saudi Arabian woman who's like becoming a hit in PFL MENA. But I could be wrong about her country of origin. But I think there's some fighters from every country. A lot of them are just minor promotions. They haven't been in the UFC, but I don't think the Quran stopping them from fighting is. I mean, if you're going to become a fighter, you're just going to reject the Quran outright. So maybe because of that,
Well, it's
there's
not in the
a
Quran.
crop of
It's in
talent,
the-
but there's certainly talent.
It's in the Hadith where Prophet Muhammad said, "Don't strike to the head."
Do you think
But,
some
he's
countries
just so
follow that more closely than others?
It's not a country. So for instance, like say you're growing up and your father is a 3-time master of sport, world sambo master, and he starts training for you to actually go full blast training on people because you need to get that in order to be the fullest potential possible to blossom into like how Khabib revolutionized the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be able to fast track and actually get to that level so you can train and fight as long as you have like say a master of sport training you, or it's at the very highest level that you're being trained. You can now go use that at the highest speeds and in real time, which is the UFC. You know what I'm saying? And like sparring,
Mm-hmm.
which is the only time it becomes halal, when it's at the very highest level.
Too Smelly asks, Vinny, do you have a sweet spot for Muslim fighters?
So there's Arab people and there's like Turkish people and shit. They're not all Muslim, if it's a Muslim person who puts his face on the ground and cries and thanks God when he gets a win, don't you guys have a sweet spot for Muslim fighters too? Don't you love Khabib and Islam too?
Not so much, because in my opinion they have an outward appearance of humility, but then whenever they want to, they can just flip the switch of being completely narcissistic assholes, spoiled brats who deserve everything. Umar did it against Merab for months, and he did that with Islam, taking a picture like they were bragging about it when he needed to recover.
Wait, but what Merab did to
I told you, remember? I told you Merab wasn't allowed into the performance center because Umar was training there, and so therefore he couldn't recover from an injury that he sustained, and he was like gloating about it on social media. And then he also had one of his friends who was part of his training camp attack Merab while he was walking out of the arena with Aljo. Like, the dude just tried to fuck with Merab any way he could, basically. Like,
That's okay, dude. That's a part of the game. But Merab literally saying, "No, Sean, he stuffed all my takedown. Give me Sean rematch." He was trying to duck. No, Omar so bad it was embarrassing. It was the most embarrassing ducking in all of human
John
history.
Jones is way
Chat.
worse.
Can you drop
He
in
ended
the
up
chat?
fighting Umar. I mean, he ended up fighting Umar. Yeah, John Jones, the sport.
Chat. No, wait, hold on. Ask chat. Do you guys remember how bad that Merab was ducking? Was that the most epic and embarrassing ducking of all time? Because he was so vocal
I mean,
through the whole
saying he
thing and like coming up
wants
with
a
the
rematch
craziest.
with O'Malley is retarded. It's absolutely idiotic. And I'll be honest, I didn't really like Merab that much after he won the belt from O'Malley. I was fucking depressed, to be honest, because dude is a whiner. But at the same time, you can't duck something for so long when you don't have a lot of pull. And the UFC booked the fight, and Merab took it. And I think he honestly took it in stride. And when he was asked the question of like, does you and Umar had some, no loss for words with each other. Merab was like, he's not a fucking man. The dude is fucking with me and bringing in people who are trying to mess with me. Guy doesn't have respect for me, and he was right. He was right 100%. Like Umar, like think about this, Vinny. Has Islam ever like sicked one of his, teammates on a fighter? Has he ever like held up a performance center spot so that someone else can't get in? He hasn't done any of that. He just shit talks, against Volkanovski and these fighters. He lets his anger come up in the press conference, and then he lets his fist do the talking and often shows them respect afterwards. I really don't think that Umar would be that kind of fighter. I really don't. And,
All
it's
right,
not
what's worse,
not
that?
trying to
What's worse, that?
classify every single Muslim fighter as, oh, they're all fake. Like, that's not true. There are some that have a heart and some that are like truly genuine. But I don't think every single Muslim fighter, just because they praise Allah, means that they're a good person. I think we all have flaws, and some really let them show over.
But they're better. They're better people than non-Muslims, dude. 100% of the time.
It depends, man. It does. Like, I wouldn't say that Umar and Islam are better people than Stephen Wonderboy Thompson or Mighty Mouse.
What do you mean?
Like, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is just nice in every single encounter he's had with anybody. It has no need to be cruel, and like has made a huge YouTube channel with a following fan base, and he didn't have to be an asshole at any point in time to do it.
Yeah, but there's levels to this. You know what I mean? Just like with everything else, you can love yourself, which is like easy love, loving other people, which is kind of difficult, like Wonderboy Thompson. But then the third type of love is like loving God, where you like go to the mosque 5 times a day, you fast for a whole month. Dude, fasting a whole month, dude, a Christian would never do it, dude, ever. No Christian would ever listen to
like,
that.
what if you were
couldn't find one.
Very devout Muslim person, but then you were an asshole to everybody around you? Don't you think that sort of cancels it out?
Who's it? Which one of the Muslims is an asshole?
No,
Dude,
Umar
Umar's cool. He was getting
Umar's
hard by
was
it.
Dana White privilege, and
Marab didn't. All right, hey, all right, guys, let's remember what happened. Marab was suggesting Marab versus Jan 2 at the time. Jan, do you guys remember this weird duckery that we were dealing with? He was done wrong by Marab first. He didn't just start it out of nowhere. In our religion, you're allowed to do commensurate. You can fuck with people commensurately. Whatever they do to you,
should have been something like the Ali Act from the start. I mean, to be fair, I think Umar made straight up lies about Marab and said he was faking his injury, that he wasn't actually hurt, and it ended up being complete bullshit. He did have a back injury. He was training and he literally blew out his entire spine and managed to just put it fucking back in place because he's a genetic freak. But dude was legit injured, and Umar was like, "Oh, he's ducking me because he's he's not injured." But my point is, Vinny, it's just, listen. I try to be a neutral party in these things, but I was following MMA news for like 4 fucking months before the UFC 311 fight, and all I saw was Umar gaslighting Marab for months. So.
But Marab had the belt and he was ducking the next contender.
Yeah, well, he can't do anything about it because the UFC is going to book him anyway. So it's like Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen complaining about getting the Umar fight because it didn't make sense because he wasn't even ranked and he was fighting pretty much the number 1 contender. So
that's what I'm saying. Where's the parity here? If we're giving John Jones a hard time for ducking his number 1 contender, why is Omar not allowed to give Marab a hard time for ducking his?
Different levels of ducking. Like there's.
Yeah, it was, dude, Marab was doing it the most embarrassing way possible, saying Jan.
Yeah.
No, but he was, dude, I sent you the videos of Jan.
Well, I mean, there's Marab saying one snippet during an interview, like on a day that could have been a bad day for him, where he says, ducking shit. But John Jones did it every single day, every single tweet, dude. Marab ended up turning back around and fighting him in a couple months after that.
Marab did it for 6 straight months where he would come up and say, "Oh, give me O'Malley, give me Jan." He kept saying all kinds of weird shit. Give me
Pereira.
Even though
Pereira was doing the same thing against Magomed.
Goliath. That's what I'm saying. Where's the parity? We got to draw the line here. Omar is allowed to give Marab a hard time.
It's really not a big deal. They get booked anyway.
But Omar is allowed to.
John Jones. Do you agree that Marab has pull? The others can't do shit, so they can say I don't want this person all they want. They'll be fighting them anyway.
But Omar is the number 1 contender. He's allowed to talk shit about the champ who's ducking him. Don't you agree?
No,
That's
not
fine.
During the press conference, calling him weak, calling, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You faked your hand injury, and again, I think it's
He's
different levels when you're sicking your teammate on him while he's walking out with a dude who he just coached, and then not letting him into the performance center. Like that's just like Machiavellian,
well, we don't know
basically.
if the teammate just acted on his own. We can't just
I
blame
do
him for
because he
that,
did it
you know.
intentionally.
Yeah, but the teammate could just be like, Marab, you're a
No,
pussy. Why aren't you
that's
fighting
too
my
much of a
boy who's number
coincidence,
one
man.
contender? No, dude, I would be mad too. I would try to fight Marab also, dude. Why wouldn't he fight the number one contender? It's
He was already
terrible. It's
booked
terrible on the UFC. It makes
Umar when it
people look
happened,
stupid.
so I don't know.
Hey,
Great hearing
chat,
people defend the
chat, what do you
promotion
guys
over
think?
the fighters. Yeah, every single time. The poor corporations.
Guys, was Omar justified in being upset with Marab and talking trash to him before the fight where they punch each other? Or was Omar not justified and Marab was justified in trying to duck Omar with all this ridiculous shit like Jan rematch and O'Malley rematch when they were on losing
Yeah, but I
streaks?
mean that's one
Give him title shots on losing streaks.
that's one soundbite from Marab, and then the rest is just him getting bullied, basically.
I could show you 100, bro.
As
I
an
did.
atheist, Hank's super base for sticking up for Christians and other people. I try to get the other perspective whenever I can. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not going to disagree with people. I disagree with everybody, even my best friends. Like I'll disagree if I find them wrong. So I call it like I see it. Basically, you you guys both have solid points, and I think these kinds of conversations need to be had. Very much lacking them in modern day MMA, YouTube. Everybody either agrees with each other or it's just a screaming match like we're on Clown Show. We don't have real debates.
Yeah, it's called a healthy
Yeah.
idea exchange.
Let's move on to another topic, and we got about 4 minutes left, so I think I want to talk about this topic very much. Oh, also, I wanted to do an impression of Dana White talking about boxing. Let me tell you about Power Box. It's gonna eclipse soccer. It has more views and more subscribers than FIFA. It has billions and billions of people watching Power Box. Isn't he fucking awesome? And I grabbed a hold of Turkey Al Sheik's hand, and it was a badass fight. We were playing tug of war. We were playing thumb war with each other. It was great.
war.
And then Turkey Al Sheik let me gobble his turkey, and stuff is turkey, and toss the salad on Thanksgiving, and it was great. That Habib, you know. And fuck the fighters. You don't leave it to the judges' scorecards. Do you want to be a fighter? That's the question. And you know, listen, you take the fights we offer you. You take the fights we offer you. And Ari Emanuel, I like him more than Ariel because he doesn't have a family. He is a Zionist prick. He's friends with Turkey Al Sheik, and the Saudi Arabians and Israel are a great connection. It's a badass partnership with the UFC. It's better than the TKO merger with WWE. We are getting shit done. We are making some badass stuff. And if you don't know, now you know. And do Powerbomb.
It's better than the merger with me and John Phones Jones. I don't know what he's got on me in that phone.
I remember he was with me with Turkey, and he held more than my hand. Let's just say, isn't he awesome? Turkey Al Sheik made sure that this happened. He made sure to get the legislation through. We're getting shit done, and if you don't know, now you know. And then like immediately like cut to him promoting his own company, and it's just like, oh yeah, and Tom Aspinall, he's gonna be fighting Cyril Gane. Great fight, both guys athletes. Gonna see what happens.
I go so straight to the top. I don't fight contenders, only the champion, and I film the movie. You stupid Americans, give me a cigarette.
Listen, I don't speak French, but I'll tell you this much: cocaine ain't cheap. But anyway, what comments do we have? Solid points. Yeah, we do not have
Cocaine.
solid boys unless they're on America's Got Talent, and we're the judge, and we're just like, you're hired. Meet me at the lube pool at 8 p.m. Come on, boy, don't you want to be a star? Then I have some solid boys. It's usually when I go to Thailand and I'm on the motorcycle, like, you know, there are some motorcycles with 3 seats, and I was there behind the lady boy, and we were sort of like a human centipede of just like, you know, butts to asses, of dicks to asses, you know. And it was, oh, don't worry about
You
that.
went to Thailand?
He's Thailand, and then I have my white friend, and he's fine. He's like my mistress, and he's drunk for the night. It's like salt and pepper. It's like the cream filling in an Oreo cookie. Have to put some cream in that coffee.
Lady boy, get out my stall.
I'll get in and out of you whenever I want, baby.
Oh no, what the fuck you doing? Get out of here,
You're just a
gay
nerd.
boy.
You're terrible. I hate you. I hate you.
Fuck your family, fuck your
What's
grandmother.
wrong with me? I'm just looking for homeless people here in the store to feed. I'm giving food to the homeless people.
A black man can't be
The
drunk?
black man can't be drunk. I hate you. And I like to finger sometimes, so get ready for the joyride of a lifetime. Hop on, baby. Vroom, vroom. Where did I leave my coat? Where did I leave my picograms?
Oh, can we get an impression of him taking over John Jones, and he's the thing calling Conor McGregor into the wardrobe?
Jesus Christ. Come on, Connor. Come and play. Put the dumbbell around your dick and swing it back and forth. You owe me a selfie, don't you? I sent you mine. Yes. Oh,
Oh, look at the fucking ass on
Connor.
the thing. Hold it down and do stuff to your bum.
Connor, you do behave. You're so smart.
Oh yeah, I like that. Shove a loin into me anal hair, yeah. It's a number 2 on me
You
ball
know,
sack.
I'm usually don't men and oh god, women and semen don't mix, Connor. And you've got the devil's hair. Come down to hell with me and play your violin.
Won't you, Connor? Or else I'll expose the other shit you've done. I convinced the jury. They found you guilty of rape. Don't think I'll do it again.
Yes.
Oh, relax, you fucking angry thing. Like, we get Artemis here to replace you, yeah?
D. That's a hell of a name because
She saw your D, didn't she? In the mirror.
D stands for dumbbell, yeah? We already
D
knew
saw
this.
your D
The fucking
in the
dumbbell,
D
D.
pics, didn't she?
D
Oh,
pics.
you Conor McGregor's children, don't look at Daddy. He's just getting dressed. Yes.
So, do you want to address the fisting allegations?
No. I mean, well, I was going to talk about Till versus Rockhold and Tony versus Salt Pappy, but we could probably talk about that another time, right?
We Scousers, we don't get coked out.
Oh, that's right. We need to talk about Darren Till's mental health. Boys like Darren need to start talking to each other, lad, in between lines. Oh,
He's got a drug problem, and I got a food problem. It's
we
similar.
both overdosed, mate. I was dead 4 times in the local chicken wing restaurant. Darren Till's just a sausage. I almost bit his sausage off, mate. I was hungry at the time, lad.
Well in line. Fucking dude, did you just that was so fun.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you. Fight of the night, Vinny. Fight of the night.
Dad, in the chicken shop, fight of the night, fucking with your heart.
Darren Till's a dirty man, but I'll tell you this much: he's not. He may be dirty, but he's not clean like hand sanitizer, boy. Come here, yeah.
What?
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
What? Don't have a problem. What? Guru,
I
back
came
me up.
into Darren Till's apartment and I saw him swinging from a noose back and forth, mate. I fucking got my legs up for a triangle and managed to squeeze him out of the thing, but men need to start talking to each other. Fuck DJT for killing the suicide hotlines, man. They just need to put me in charge. Whenever people hear a nasally voice like mine, they never want to kill themselves ever.
Moving to Audio 1. Dude, Oh, fuck me
He
ACL.
tore his ACL,
Dude,
mate.
so
That's
do
why
you
he
think
tried to OD on pills. That's why he tried to slit him, man. We need to start talking to each other instead of popping each other.
so do you think that Patty is UFC is allowing steroid use?
Maybe. Honestly, he doesn't look that jacked to me.
The
Looks pretty
blow up
fat.
is too
That's
the
true.
blow up is too crazy.
Yeah. How does he go from that to just skinny as a twig? Yeah, dude. How has he never missed weight?
He's on roids and he's a shill.
Yeah.
He's protected.
Yeah. I mean, he's a star, so he probably gets that Dana White privilege. So do you think Till knocks out Rockhold?
Me?
Anyway, moving on to the next
No,
question.
sorry, dude. Sorry. I thought you were reading off the new chat. My bad.
No. And then Tony versus Salt Pappy is also going to be. You can never pick Tony to win
And no,
anything.
dude, I don't. I think that if Costa could knock out Rockhold, then Till can't.
Yeah, and Till's looking fantastic in a boxing ring. His style is really like adjusting well to the squared circle. So I honestly think he's got a lot of resilience. I think even if Rockhold gives him his best shots, he always wilts later on in the fight.
He doesn't have any resilience in his
No,
ACLs, though.
Me ACL? Luke Rockhold targeted me ACL on purpose, mate. I had to do,
The fuck?
I had to do a line of coke in order to. I had to put the line in my wound to help it heal, mate. What a rush!
you guys.
Boom! My fucking ACL exploded. Just took a sniff and just poof.
Now I'm cocaine, man. It's all over me skin, mate. I'm even paler than usual, man.
It took out me ACL and it jumped off the fucking table, mate, and ran out the window. It was so coked
Luke
up.
Rockhold stole my last bag of coke, Ariel. I tried to chase him, but I tore me ACL, mate.
You snort your mother with that nose, Ariel?
I'm fighting Luke Rockhold because whenever I hear his last name, it reminds me of a big rock of crack for me to snort, man. I gotta get a hold of that rock.
Rockhold, crack Rockhold, the crack
Let me tell you
Rockhold.
something, Joe Rogan. I smoke rocks. Damn, baby.
Dude, when he falls off and gets like addicted to alcohol, he's gonna fucking be crack Rockhold. Dude,
I'm gonna buy a rock, Joe. I'm gonna buy a rock for my girl. Ding!
It's just a giant fucking snowball of coke.
Let's dig in, baby. I think these kinds of conversations need to be had, man. People need to start talking to each other a lot.
Exactly.
Sup, Hank?
Men need to stop talking.
Sup, Hank? Voice gets progressively higher until it's a frequency the human ear can barely detect. Yeah, I mean,
It all
What?
started when Vinny shoved a dog whistle in my throat, mate.
What? Guinea?
Anyway,
Like I think Scooby's trying to tell us something.
Like Zoink Scoob.
Like Zoinks, it's the Lord of the Pies, old pal.
Raggy.
God, now let's see. Oop. Oh God, what's happening? Oh, we're good. Okay, sorry. We need to wrap this up. My Wi-Fi's dying. Yeah, if you want to just say a few words on the fisting situation, go ahead, Vinny. It's not a fist.
It was a finger. It was as small as a finger, man. The line of coke, the size of me
Yeah.
pinky.
The allegations.
Give me the pet play.
The allegations
Yeah,
are
not
not
true.
true. It's a billion times better than you could ever imagine. Ever imagine. Literally a billion times better.
I
Heavenly.
see.
Leave
I
it
see.
at that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't want to
Got
have the
videos.
stream taken down, so I won't pursue this line of questioning any further. But let's just say Vinny is he's an experienced colonoscopist. Okay.
Dude, what? That's not all right. No, none of that happened, dude. What is going on here?
He just checks to make sure the kidneys are all right. Okay.
I'm just changing for oil. Relax, fellas.
It-
What are you running?
Insert
Come
Mater.
here.
Insert Mater.
Just checking
You did
in.
what in your cup?
No rain. She's the prettiest thing in Collinator County. Collinator.
All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up. I think this has been a massive success. This was the greatest success. Big beautiful banter with Vinny the Guinea, and we like him, right? Vinny the Guinea. I saw him in Mar-a-Lago. He moved all the way from Denver, Colorado to Jeffrey Epstein's private residence in Arizona, and we like that. And he sent me some of his girls that he had over. He sent them over to Mar-a-Lago, and I transferred them to the island. And that's how it would work, and we like that.
Those girls, they like me for my body.
My favorite song is Pretty Young Thing by Michael Jackson because I saw a lot of them. Let's just put it that way. Ghislaine Maxwell was never my friend.
Pretty
Jeffrey
things.
Epstein, I hate that guy, and we don't like that, right? He calls me his best friend. I call him my worst enemy. Haunts me from the grave like I'm Ebenezer Scrooge. And we don't like that. But little Timmy, he's not going to get his FEMA funding. He's not going to get his Medicare. But he will get my military parade that I'm holding next year in my White House
Yep.
card. He's a big fan of Condoleezza Rice or
Cunnilingus
McDonald's
Rice.
or whatever the hell that Irish dude is in the UFC, and we like that.
What do you think about Jeffrey? Jeffrey Jones was never my friend. John Jones and Jeffrey Epstein
Jeffrey
combined.
Jones, I met him in South Africa. Where he went on a trip with all my African Americans over here. Look at my African Americans, and we traveled across the world like we were ice picking us up, and I felt very uncomfortable, but we had some McDonald's on
We
the
like
Air Force One, and then next thing you know, I'm talking with Stephen Miller over in South Africa. Him and Elon are talking about world domination, and Netanyahu was there. He he crumpled up his letter of recommendation for the Nobel Peace Prize and shoved it right up my ass, and we like that.
We like that.
I got a lot of
Trump is so
paper
good.
cuts, a lot of paper cuts from Netanyahu. But when you're the president and you're signing executive orders, it happens, right? If I even get cut once, all my blood will come out because my ankles are killing me. They're swollen. And if anything, I need to cut my ankles and let a little bit of bloodletting help me out because I have to wear crutches. I'm as withered and shriveled as FDR with polio, and we like that.
I've it's gout brought on by the McDonald's I eat, so it's actually a good thing. It's just swollen ankles brought on by Big Macs and French fries. It's actually not a big. It's a good for you. Why are we talking about my ankles? We shouldn't be stressing on this.
This is a minor problem, and we've looked into it. And Pam Bondi's a hottie boom body, and she's looking into it very closely. And nothing relating to Epstein, nothing at all. Never heard of him. What a zero. What a loser. And what was I even going to talk about? I forget.
Ankles list.
I'm ankleless. I got cankles at this point, and we don't like that. But I'm on the verge of death. I'm gonna die on my deathbed. JD Vance is it. I don't want JD Vance to visit me because it'll be like he visited the Pope and then he died the next day, and we don't like that.
And we have Condoleezza Rice, because I have cankles. She's Condoleezza. Condoleezza Rice.
Right.
She's
That's
our new
right. Oh, and now I remember what I was gonna say. I'm a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. That's why I'm wearing the wig. But it's stapled to my head. It's put together with wires and scenery and stitches. But it's falling off my head still. Anytime there's a light wind, oh, it poofs up like I'm Jimmy Neutron, and we don't like that.
Is that based on
Yeah,
real
dude,
facts? or
his
is that
hair
something you're
literally like
making up?
almost falls off his head during a sports event in like 2016.
Oh, I've seen that
Mhm,
where
yeah,
like toupees up.
it's a toupee. He's completely bald. He's like fucking Lex Luthor in the Superman movie.
He looks like fucking what's his name? Darth Vader when he gets unmasked.
Yes, yeah. No, that's Stephen Miller. Different. That's Stephen Miller.
Who's Stephen
His
Miller?
Homeland Security advisor, who's basically Lord Voldemort and Darth Vader if they had a baby. And he's just like, oh yeah, we can just take away due process. We can do that. I mean, it's no big deal. What's due
That's
process? I've never heard of it.
Remember I told you that's who arrested me, Homeland Security?
Yeah, well, he's
for a
he's
Facebook
the leader
post.
of the bastards. Let's just put it that way. Yo, Hank, did you?
All I did, I shared a Facebook post that said they talked about the Uyghur Muslim concentration camp, and all I said was we need to do something about this, and I got arrested for that.
Damn. What a bunch of losers. What a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. I'm
6
protecting
months.
Vinny because I'm an Israeli Zionist, and so therefore he won't be investigating the stream for anti-American activity. He's a big fan of mine. I sucked his Netanyahu, and we like that. Yo, Hank, did you watch Ryzen last night? If so, what are your takeaways from that incredible performance by Yufa King? Yeah, I'm not falling for it. Yeah, there it is. There's the sniff pun right there. Turns out Tony actually went to Bosley Hair Care Center and not Turkey. I mean, wherever he. Oh yeah, that's right. Now his hair is fully restored, dude. Good for fucking Tony. Guy is fucking Benjamin Buttoning his appearance before our very eyes. Due process. Never met her. All right, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up, guys. I'm at the
I'm
end of
so
my rope.
tired.
Vinny's on his 26th dab. He's gonna slump over it at any moment. So goodbye, everybody. I have been your favorite president, Donald J. Trump. You have been the MAGA maniacs, and you have escaped the war zone for now, but you'll never escape